Hello, I'm Michael Schuss at Trinity County News, and we're sitting here at the middle school office with Principal Cassidy and Coach Stroud, which are going to kind of fill us in on some of the stuff going on this year, the new rules, the tightening of existing rules, and what needs to happen with registration, the new security. And so I'm going to kind of turn it over to you, Miss Cassidy, and just kind of go through some of the new security, early registration, and what's needed for ID and that kind of thing.
Yes. Okay. I'm Brittany Cassidy, the principal of the middle school. I'm here with Coach Stout, the assistant principal. This year we're getting a new security entrance at the front of the school. There will be, right by Miss Segovia's window, there will be a little place for you to enter your ID, so be sure anytime you come to visit the school, visit kids, bring kids, anytime you enter the school you need to bring your ID with you. So Miss Segovia will get the ID through the pass-through. She'll take your ID and run it through the Raptor system, and then you'll get a sticker to be able to come through the school. And you'll be buzzed into the front. We're not going to have new doors or anything put in, we're just using our existing doors. They'll be locked. And then you'll be able to buzz through and come to the office and talk to us. Registration is the same as it's always been for us. You can register right now. You can register all the way up until school starts. Bring a driver's license, your driver's license. Bring student social security card, birth certificate. Bring 2 proofs of residence. Your shot record, immunization is the exact same for all 3 campuses. So if you have kiddos that you're taking to elementary or middle school, we have the same policies and procedures. See, really our dress code is the same as last year. Coach Stout enforces the dress code. I don't know if he wants to talk about that.
The dress code is pretty much the same as it's been the past few years. There hasn't been any drastic changes in the dress code. I will say this: we will be enforcing the dress code a little bit more extreme than normal. It just, with all the changes and all the things that are taking place in society today, we're having to really tighten up on things. Mm-hmm. So we're definitely looking forward to that. So.
Well, I know last year they had the pants with all the cuts in it, and they had the shirts that showed the tummy when it reached up in places, and so what is the policy on those? Is that your policy now? Or?
Well, as far as the holes in the blue jeans, they'll have to wear some type of tights underneath. No skin can show. We will not allow any type of tank tops or anything like that. You won't be able to, you can't show any type of piercings or anything like that. I mean, we definitely are going to require the students to be completely covered. No skin can be shown. So.
No facial piercings, no tongue rings or nose rings. They'll have to take those out, even if they just got it. A lot of times they get very worried about it because they'll get it done in the summer, but they have to take those out.
Also, hair color. If it's not a natural color, if someone comes in here and they have blue hair, that will immediately have to be taken care of. So it has to be a natural color in their hair.
Okay, no psychedelics. Okay,
no psychedelics.
What about us gray-haired guys?
They also, a lot of times they don't realize the cuts in the eyebrows.
Yes.
We will have eyebrow pencils, and they'll have to fill those in if they're here, so we don't send them home per se, but they'll have to fill it in. They can't have cuts or designs in the hair, no stars or checks or any of that good stuff. Okay,
now I know in Houston they have a lot of problem with gang stuff, the scarves and that kind of thing. Do y'all regulate that here?
Yes, sir, we do. We don't tolerate any type of, colored, like colored handkerchiefs or anything like that. I mean, we do have, we have kids that come in sometimes and they have them in their hair, and I can honestly say I do not believe that they are gang affiliated, but still we have children that come from Houston, we have children that come from Dallas, we have children that come from everywhere, and we have had some situations with some children that have been affiliated or they've been around it, and they'll try to test us, but we do a pretty good job at regulating that. So
Okay. What about school supplies? What will parents need, and how can they find out what they need to supply?
Yes, sir. The district actually supplies a lot of the school supplies for the parents to take the burden off of the parents. But they can find the school supplies list on the website, trinityisd.net, under middle school, I believe. They can go in and find the school supplies, and it has 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade for the things they need. We do a lot of digital things on our campus, so they will definitely need a pair of earbuds. Doesn't have to be fancy earbuds, could be just, the cheap $2, $3 earbuds, but they definitely need a pair of those. But everything else is on there.
I didn't realize the earbuds.
Yes, sir.
That's how old-fashioned I am. Okay, thank you. What about tardy policies?
Tardy at 7:30, before 7:30, from 7 to 7:30, all of our students can go to the gym, and they sit in there in the gym, and Coach Stout and myself are in there, and they sit in their grade levels, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and they're allowed to be on their phones and just kind of have a downtime. If they need help, they can go to our math lab or our reading lab. We do have teachers in there starting at 7 every day, and they can go in there and do their homework or get tutoring if they need it. But if not, they can sit in the gym until 7:30, and then at 7:30, we release them to the classrooms, and they get to eat breakfast in the classrooms until 7:45. At 7:45, breakfast promptly stops, and they are tardy at 7:45.
Okay, and what is the policy for tardiness? How many times? And
First time is a warning. Second time, I believe, is parent. We contact the parent, let them know. Third time, we start doing lunch detention and start having a parent conference. And then after that, we would do Saturday school, and Miss Ellison will call parents and say, hey, the kiddo has had 5, 6 tardies. Can they make up the time at Saturday school? And we do that. And then while they're there at Saturday school, they can catch up on any homework they need done or classwork that's missing.
Great. How about free lunches? Are they available for the middle school, or free breakfast? Or I know that elementary, they have it there for the kids if for some reason parents work and they can't get breakfast in the morning, if they get there early enough, they can have it there. What about here for the middle school?
Yes, sir. We encourage all the kiddos to eat breakfast. They can eat breakfast here. It's free to every kid. We have universal breakfast. Lunch is a little bit different. Lunch, if you come in new, kiddo gets the registration packet and the lunch form is in there. If not, every kid gets one at the beginning of school, and they just have to fill out that lunch form and return it just like at the elementary. If you have multiple kids in a family, they only have to turn in one. So they don't have to fill out that paperwork for every kiddo for the lunch. But that all goes through to Miss Campbell, and she'll get back with them if they're free or reduced.
Okay. What about the bus schedules?
Bus schedules. Mr. John Foreman is now the Director of Transportation, and I know he'll be getting with the parents and getting information out. I'm not sure if it's changed. I believe all the routes are still the same as far as pickup time. Usually, it's nice if parents will bring them to school, and then they can ride the bus home the first day. That way, the bus drivers will know exactly where to take them.
Okay, that's smart. I hadn't thought about that.
Yes, sir.
What about the changes in the sports and everything? I know y'all got a new track. I know that the gym has been updated and the new lockers. Why don't you fill them in on that, Coach?
Well, we have a new athletic director, Coach Patrick Goodman has come in, and we have several other new coaches that have come in, and we've had a real positive atmosphere in both boys athletics and girls athletics this year so far. We have new locker rooms for the female athletes. We have new locker rooms for the male athletes. I believe they're going to be very pleased with the new lockers and the different types of new things that we have for them in these areas. We also we have a new track. It's been a long time since we have had a decent track surface out there at the football stadium. It's a lot of kids are very excited when they run on it. They're like, Coach, that track, I feel like I'm running on there. There's a lot of spring to it. And even the people in the community that have come up here and walked on the track, they really have enjoyed it. So I think it's going to be a great asset. As far as the updates on the gym, I believe that's something that's been very much needed, and I look forward to seeing that and having that. And I just think all around with our sports complex, we're getting a new concession stand out here for the baseball and the softball field. I know that Dr. Kaufman is really wanting to do some really nice updates out there. He's I know for a fact in the previous district he was at, I actually as a coach I was able to I was at that district at one time. I wasn't at that district coaching or teaching, but I coached against it, and I saw some of the updates and renovations they did when he was there, and I've already spoken with him about that when he, for several months now. So I know that he is really wanting to add those things, and I think we're really going to be pleased with it. So.
Awesome. Now I know that the teaching staff, you got several new teachers, and I know you're going to have meet the teacher time. When will that happen?
March. August 21st, we meet the teacher from 5 to 7.
From 5 to 7. And anybody can come that's got somebody in elementary and introduce them?
Yes, sir. Anybody can come, and we'll have their schedules ready, and they can get their schedule and see where the classes are. And I know a lot of people are curious about the building, so they can see. We actually got 3 new classrooms added on, and we have 2 new restrooms. So our kiddos are excited to just come and see everything.
And how about volunteers? I know that the other 2 schools talked about how they could use volunteers that were willing to come in and go through the background check and be there for the children. How about y'all? Could y'all use volunteers?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. We love for volunteers to come in. We actually have, through Miss Benson, we have parents that come in every week. And in our enrichment period, we do writing every week. We have parents that come in and read the journals and make comments to the kiddos, and that we love for parents to come in and help.
Okay, can they be here for preschool or after school, that kind of thing, to kind of help out? I don't know how you use your volunteers. That's basically what I'm leading into.
Yes, sir. They can come. I mean, it just depends on the time that they can put in.
Yes, ma'am.
It's based on per person. If they can put in an hour a week, then we can set them up to be a mentor through Miss Benson. And our kids need mentors, really. They really do need some positive encouragement in their lives. So we love for mentors to come in.
Okay. Any kind of thing I might have missed that y'all would like to fill in on, or how about children who are going through a family situation or whatever? Who should they call and kind of give a heads up in case there's some extra or maybe counseling that's available?
Miss Marcy Gentry is our new counselor, and they're welcome to call her at 594-2321. I believe her extension is 3015. And they're always welcome, or call the front office, Miss Segovia. We'll definitely help them out.
Okay.
We've always implemented an open door policy to our kids. We've always let them know, hey, when you come here, don't be afraid of us. Yes,
Absolutely.
we enforce the rules, and you come here to go to school and get an education. But we've always tried to make the kids feel comfortable with, hey, if you're having a problem, if there's an issue, let us know so we can help you. So we've really tried to implement that here in the front office.
Okay, now I know bullying is a big issue going on right now because of all these school shootings and everything. What are y'all doing towards the bullying situation?
Well, we do get complaints of bullying. We have it set up to where whenever we're informed about any type of bullying, we let our counselor know, and we go through a process. We actually have some forms that these children can fill out, and they can come to the office and fill it out, and no one will ever know. And then from there we begin an investigation on it, and the counselor and I, we work really close hand in hand on that, and we try to do everything we can to help prevent that and make the student feel comfortable here.
And we also have the anonymous alert on the
Yes.
website where the kids
Yes.
can go on their phone and report, our parents.
No. And that seems to be so important today because even Greg Abbott talked about there need to be better school policies for this, and I see that Trinity is stepping up to the mark on it, especially with security and student awareness and that kind of thing. And I'm really excited. I've got grandbabies here, so you know I'm really involved. I say this in every interview, even during the bomb scare, when all the kids are out there, the teachers are right out there in the middle with them, and never once was not the police department between the school where the bomb might have been and the kids. That they always had someone between them and the point of danger. And I just can't help but say how much I appreciate the involvement that everybody had in that. And I know that y'all are going to start some new drills and stuff. Have any input on that? Or
The state requires you to do drills, of course, but Dr. Kaufman has ensured that we're going to step up and do even more than what's warranted and needed. So we are doing the lockdowns and the safety drills. Yes, sir.
Okay. Coach, one last chance. Is there anything special they need to know about PE? Or the clothing, anything like that? Because it's been years since I've been, and I don't know. But what?
Well, with PE, PE has changed in some aspects. I mean, they will be allowed, if they want to bring a change of clothes, they can bring a change of clothes, and the coach can let them into the locker room and they can change. Compared to athletics, I would say that, you know, if a child shows up and they just have their regular school clothes on, they can still participate in PE. It's not going to be like athletics where they have to go in there and they have to put on what's been issued to them. PE-wise, we won't be issuing any type of clothing for PE. But if they want to bring some shorts and a shirt to change into, we totally understand that. So.
Just make sure they have appropriate footwear.
Exactly.
Thank y'all so much for taking your time, and if there's any questions, I'm sure people can call up.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your time, and if there's anything else we can do for you, let us know, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.